Now we have the third method of preparation of the colloidal solution, that is the peptidation. In the peptidation, freshly prepared precipitate is converted into the colloidal solution by the application of the small amount of the electrolyte. Look, freshly prepared precipitate convert into the colloidal system by the addition of a small amount of the electrolyte. Those are called the peptidizing agent, then by the shaking. Look, this precipitate only absorb either the cation or the anion. Then these on the surface of the precipitate, we either have the positive charge or we have the negative charge, and similar charge always repel each other. Then we shake the material. What happens? Positive charge repel each other and they separate, and whenever they separate, they also take some part of the colloidal, some part of the precipitate on their surface. This red means these black dot represent the precipitate particle present on the electrolyte. Okay, these method can provide the colloidal system, but colloidal system is not very pure. It contains large amount of the impurity. Mainly it contains the impurity of the electrolyte. If electrolyte remain in the solution for the longer time, then it can cause the coagulation. So what we want to remove these impurity, and these impurities removal method is called the purification of the colloidal system. We want to remove the electrolyte, but we don't want to remove the complete, means we don't want to remove the 100% electrolyte. What happens? Because if there is no charge present on the colloidal particle, it coagulate. So we want to remove only the, look, reduction of the impurity up to the required amount. It's called the purification of the colloidal system. What are the methods? First is the dialysis. Dialysis is the removal of the dissolved substance by the means of the diffusion through a suitable membrane. That membrane is the animal membrane or maybe the parchment paper. Look, this bag is made by the animal membrane. Everywhere is water is present. From this side water in, from this side water out. These blue particle represent the colloidal particle, and red particle represent the electrolytic impurity, electrolytes impurity in that. So we know that colloidal particle cannot cross the animal membrane, but electrolyte, they can cross the animal membrane. So water flow in, and whenever it comes out, it also takes the impurity of the electrolyte with it. So that's how we can slowly remove the electrolyte impurity, electrolytes from the colloidal system. But this dialysis is not the very strong, very fast process. It is very slow process. It takes the time for the completion. So what we do? We do the electrodialysis. What we do? Dialysis, simply dialysis is a slow process. Rate is improved by the applying electrical field, which move the mobility of the ions. Okay, mobility of the ions improve. What? Suppose electrolytes are present. Okay, electrolytes, maybe some electrolyte are positively charged and some electrolytes are negatively charged. What I do? I applied the negative plate at the one side and apply the positive plate at the other side. So what happens? Now positive plate attract the negative particle and negative plate attract the positive particle. So with the diffusion, okay, with the diffusion, rate is also improved by the application of the electrical field. So now electrolyte particle, they move faster, and we can separate, we can purify the colloidal system very easily and fastly. Then next one is the ultrafiltration. A normal filter paper has the big size of the opening, and colloidal particle can cross through that very easily. So what we do? We take one normal filter paper and we dip that normal filter paper in the solution of the collidone, that is the 4% solution of the nitrocellulose in the alcohol or ether. We dip this normal filter paper for some time in the collidone. What happens? The particle of the nitrocellulose deposit at the filter paper. So what happens? They decrease the size of the opening of the filter paper, and opening becomes so small so that the colloidal particle cannot cross the filter paper. Then what we do? We wash this filter paper with the formaldehyde, it become the hard. Then after the drying, our dry filter paper become ready for the ultrafiltration. Then if we filter our colloidal system through this ultrafilter paper, only electrolyte particle are allowed to pass the ultrafilter paper. All the colloidal particle remains present at the surface of the top surface of the ultrafilter paper. At the end of the ultrafiltration, we collect these particle, and these collected pure particle of the colloidal again dissolve in the dispersion medium, and our colloidal solution become the pure. Okay, and rate, to improve the rate, suction pump or vacuum pump is also applied. The pure colloidal particle again dissolve in the dispersion medium. After that, we have the properties of the colloidal solution. First property, for the same gram, same weight of the electrolyte or the same weight of the substance, for the same weight of the substance, if same substance present in the true solution, the number of particle of the true solution is very high, and if the same substance present in the colloidal solution, the number of particle present in the colloidal solution is very less. Colligative property depend upon the number of particles. Number of particle is more in the true solution and number of particle less in the colloidal solution. So that is why the colligative property of the true solution is always more than the colligative property of the colloidal solution. The next one is the Tyndall effect. What is the Tyndall effect? Formation of the Tyndall cone due to the scattering of the light is called the Tyndall effect. Formation of the Tyndall cone by the scattering of the light by the colloidal particle is called the Tyndall cone. The more detail we will discuss in the next slide.